Good morning, guys. Welcome to reading class. Let's finish the story, A Visit with Grandpa. Remember, this story is about a boy named Justin and his grandpa. Justin didn't like to do housework. He thinks housework is just for women. So even though his mother and sister um, tell him to do his bed, clean his room, wash the dishes, he never do it because he think he thinks that housework is just for women. So Grandpa invited him to go to his ranch in Missouri. Grandpa lived alone, so he did everything. He cleaned the house, his room, he washes the dishes, he even cooks. Okay? So Justin and Grandpa were riding fences. They went to check the fence and in order to fix the broken wire. And in one part of the fence, they found a dog. They found an animal trapped, tangled in the wire. And Grandpa helped this animal release it. And after that, it was time to eat. They felt like a weak stomach. So Grandpa prepared some biscuits and some smoked pork. Justin was amazed. He was surprised because, of course, he never thought men could cook. Right, Victor? Hello, Victor.
Yes, Miss.
Victor, don't you think it would be better if you use some head headphones because there you have a lot of noise in your house. Number one. Number two, you are always doing something like writing, coloring, drawing. And when I said Victor, you never answered at the first time. I have to say your name 2 or 3 more times. And it is because you have a lot of noise in your house. So why don't you use some headphones? It's gonna help you to concentrate a little bit more. Okay, so what happened then? What happened then? Grandpa said to Justin, go to the stream to water the horses and don't step on any snake. So Justin, imagine, he was afraid because his grandpa said, be careful with the snake. He never thought there were snakes there. Never imagined. But suddenly, he heard some noise in the bushes. What was the noise he heard? What was the noise he heard? Do you remember? I showed you the animal. Do you remember the animal? The animal that was passing there?
A deer.
A deer. No.
Oh, a doe.
No, it was another animal. It was another animal. An animal that was carrying the babies on its back. Remember that I showed you the animal?
Kangaroo?
No, it was not a kangaroo. It was an opossum. And mama opossum and her babies. And
But the kangaroos got the babies in a bag.
now they carry the babies in a bag. They have in the back. I said at the back here. And I showed you the opossum carrying the babies on the back yesterday. The kangaroos carry the babies in a bag they have in front, and they are a kind of animal. The animals that carry the babies in a bag in front of them are called marsupiales. This is an opossum. Look at it. It's carrying the babies on its back. This is what we saw. This is what Justin heard. And then he finally see the opposite mother, and he was released because at the beginning he thought it was a snake. It was a snake, but it wasn't. Thanks God, it was not a snake.
It was just a mom protecting their kids. Their
Yeah.
kids.
Okay. Now we're gonna read this page. This is page 36, right? 36. Page 36. There's another one. His real was not love. Oh, before this, Grandpa and Justin were talking about cowboys. And Justin asked Grandpa, are you a cowboy? And he says, yes, I am. But Grandpa, you don't ride bulls. Because that's what Justin think, that cowboys are the ones that ride bulls, los que montan toros o caballos salvajes, bronco busters. That's what he thinks. But Grandpa says, I am. And of course, he doesn't do those things because of his age. He do different things in the ranch. But Grandpa mentioned some cowboys he knows. And Justin said, oh, but I don't know him. I never have heard about him. He didn't know the names Grandpa was mentioned. So Grandpa says that there's another one. His real name was not Love. He could outright outshoot anyone. In Deadwood City, in the Dakota Territory, he rode, tied, saddled, mounted, and rode a wild horse faster than anyone. Then in the shooting match, he hit the bullseyes every time. The people named him Deadwood Dick, right on the spot. Enough about cowboys now, while the horses graze. Let's clean up here and get back to our men's work. Remember, they were eating. Meanwhile, they were eating, they talk about a little bit about cowboys. Now, Grandpa says, it's time to clean up and get back to our men's work. Justin felt that Grandpa was still teasing him. Teasing is like bothering, okay? The way he had in Justin's room when he had placed his hand on Justin's shoulder. There was still the sense of shame whenever the outbursts about women's work and the tears were remembered. As they cleaned the utensils and dishes, Justin asked, Grandpa, you think housework is women's work? Do you? Grandpa asked quickly. I asked you first, Grandpa. I guess asking you that before I answer is unfair. No, I don't. Do you? What about you guys? Justin is asking you. Do you think housework is women's work? Do you think?
No.
Just women's work? Do you have brothers, guys? Brothers.
No, I just had sisters.
Okay.
Me, I have brothers.
You have brothers?
I have one brother and one sister.
And I think all of them help at home, right? You and your brothers. Because housework is not only for women. And that's what Grandpa said. I guess asking you that before I answer is unfair. And Grandpa says, no, I don't. Because he says, do you think? And Grandpa says, no, I don't. And now he asks to Justin, do you? Well, and Justin answered, well, it seems easier for them. So he's saying that it seems that housework is easier for us, for women. Justin said as he splashed water all over, glad he was outside. Easier than for me? Well, not for you, I guess, but for me, yeah. Could it be because you don't know how? Yeah, and that's correct. When we don't know how to do something, it will be easier for someone else, not for me. I need to practice, and practice. Sometimes for you, speak English is a little bit difficult, but what do you need to do? You need to practice, okay? And finally, you're gonna do it better, and you're gonna feel that it's easier for you. So that's what he needs. He needs to practice. He needs to clean, wash dishes more often, and he's gonna learn. Okay, let's see who's gonna read. Santiago, I am going to start with you. Let's read the underline part, please.
Okay. You may look making the bed and folding the clothes. Stop and look adjusting. Making the bed is easy now, isn't it? All
Isn't
work
it?
that way.
Okay, see? So after he's practicing doing the housework, he realizes becomes easier, okay? Thank you. Maria Jose?
Okay. The line part thing. Okay. It doesn't matter who does the work, man or woman. When it needs to be done, what matters is that we try to learn how to do it the best we can in the most enjoyable way.
Exactly. Grandpa says something that is important here. It doesn't matter who does the work when it needs to be done, no matter who do it, no matter who does the work. If the house, if you need, if the lunch needs to be done, no matter who does it, mom or dad, you need food, no matter who does the work. It needs to be done. Okay, now, Daniel.
I don't think you ever like housework justice so drain a big a
Iron.
iron pot.
Mhm.
It's like any other kind of work. The better you do it, the
Easier.
easier it becomes. And we seem not to mind doing things that are easy.
Exactly. When do you have a work that is easy for you, well, you do it fast, because that's what it says here. And we see not mind doing things that are easy. You don't care about that. Isabella, you read? Not yet.
No, me, I don't read.
Okay, go ahead.
With the cooking roots and all the
Utensils.
utensils put away, they
Locked.
lock the shed and went for their horses. Now I am going to let you do the Sanchez again. You like that.
You like that. Okay, swag.
There is the tasting again. Just in touch.
There's that teasing.
Teasing, just in touch. Yay.
Thought. Now here, thought. Just in thought. Esa TH hace una Z. Thought.
There
I said the word, just in thought.
just in thought.
Con Z. You have to put your tongue between your teeth. Thought, thought. No, la lengua entre sus dientes para hacer un sonido de Z. Thought. Thought.
Thought.
Ajá. More
There
ready.
was a man's work. He said in mountains.
Mhm.
There are some good horsewomen.
Women.
Women.
No, Daniel. Mhm.
You will see them at the rodeo. Grandpa mounted while they went on their way. Reading along silently.
Riding.
Riding along silently.
Silently. Silently. Silently. Scanning the fence. Remember that they are riding fences. They are looking for broken wire. That's why they have to scan. Scan es cuando usted le dice, búscame una palabra. When you are making puzzles, word puzzles, y estamos buscando una palabra, you are scanning. Usted está haciendo un scan, una vista rápida del texto. That's what scanning means. Okay, next student. Ivana, did you read Ivana? Today? Did you read today?
No.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Finally, Justin said, I was just kidding Grandpa. Then, without clinging to his tongue,
he said,
that I bet you do not like boys who cry like
babies.
Babies.
Thank you. Crystal, did you read?
Yes.
Okay.
Do I know any boys?
My question is, if you read, you say yes. So you didn't?
Yesterday.
Okay, go ahead. Do I know?
Do I know any boys who cry like babies? Oh, Grandpa, you say my crying. Oh, I didn't think you were crying like a baby in your room. You man.
Okay, you need to make a pause. Says, oh, I didn't think you were crying like a baby. In your room, you mean? En tu cuarto.
May I go to
¿Quieres
the
decir?
bathroom, please?
Yes, you may. Okay, we all cry sometimes. Thank you, Crystal. Hazel. And look at this one. This is a question. Says, you cry, Grandpa? Hazel.
You cry, Grandpa? Sure. They wrote on with Grandpa. But he's up. You see, remain
Quiet.
Wondering what could make a man like Grandpa cry.
Okay, thank you. Where is Alan? Alan, is Alan's turn. You have to be in your chair during class time. Read, Alan.
As
If.
Knowing
Justin Thoughts. This is like Sua's words. Thoughts.
Fox. Grandpa says, I remember crying when you were born. We didn't you want me?
Why? But please, when you have a question, you need to put intonation to the question. Okay? Says, as if knowing just in thoughts, Grandpa said, I remember crying when you were born. Yo recuerdo haber llorado cuando tú naciste. So says, why? ¿Por qué? Cuando ustedes hacen una pregunta, no dicen, ¿por qué? No, right? Usted dice, ¿por qué? You put intonation. Why? Didn't you want me? ¿No me querías? That's what he's asking. So you have to put intonation, please. And this is an observation for all of you, not only for Alan. Intonation when you are making questions. Didn't you want me? Okay. Now, Melanie.
Yes.
Okay, Melanie, let me underline the part you're going to read. Here.
Okay. Oh, yes. You were the most beautiful baby. But you see, your grandma, Beth, had you died.
Just died.
Just died. When I
Held.
you, I was with joy.
Loaded.
Floated with joy. With joy.
With joy. Thank you. Victor, did you read today? Did you read today, Victor?
I guess Grandpa will never say this.
Start again, please. Start again. Begin again. Then.
Then I go.
No. Sorry. Stop. Pero he corregido esa palabra 2 o 3 veces. Se la corregí a Swag. Se la corregí a Alan y siguen diciéndola mal. ¿Qué significa eso? No estamos escuchando. No estamos en clase. Esta TH hace un sonido de Z. Z. Esa TH. Esto. Z. Entonces se dice thought. Then I thought. Thought es el pasado del verbo think. ¿Qué significa think? Pensar. Yo pienso. Y si está en pasado, entonces dice, entonces yo pensé. Then I thought. Thought. Continue. Continue.
When I thought Grandpa.
Grandma. Grandma. No, grandma here says.
Will never see this, the forest.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Beautiful boy is great.
No, I cry.
I cry. The horses waiting. So,
Through. Again, ahí esa TH es una Z. Through.
The grass made the only sound in the silence.
Silent, please. Okay, thank you. And pay attention because the students are not listening to the reading and are making the same mistake a previous kid did. You have to listen to the corrections. It is. Then it is. Ajá.
Then Grandpa stays there and all
There's
there's and all saying somewhere
period. There is a
that
period. There is a period. Ahí hay un punto. Hagamos una pequeña pausa. There's an old saying, son. Hay un viejo dicho, hijo. And then the grandpa says the saying. Go ahead. The brave.
the brave has their fears,
Fears.
but
Fears.
their ears, but say their
Tears.
tears,
Bath.
but
Bath.
the soul.
The soul. Las lágrimas
That's
lavan el alma. That's what it says. Clean. Limpian el alma. That's what it says. Okay, Christopher, read the last part. Looked, here. Justin looked. Eso fue algo que expliqué en las primeras clases. Cuando una palabra termina con K y le agrego ED, hace una T, sonido de T. Looked, not looked. Looked.
Looked in the grandpa's real head, calling and was afraid of Justin and his horse. His face and wished he could
His eyes. His eyes. Lowered his eyes.
wished he could
Wished. Listen, wished, not wished. He wished he could
tell who tell his grandpa of the left.
all he felt. Sorry, if you are working with a cell phone, so use your book because you are saying words that are not here. He wished he could tell his grandpa all he felt. Finish this.
How much he loved him.
He loved him. How much he loved him. Okay. Okay, so sorry, but some of you are not listening to your classmates reading. And how do I know that? Porque el error que yo le corregí a su compañerito anterior, usted lo está haciendo. ¿Qué significa eso? Yo no estoy escuchando entonces. Leo cuando me dicen que lea, pero en lo demás estoy ausente. Eso no debería ser así. No debería ser así. Okay, now, what is the class word of today? And you have to do it by yourself because we have no more time. What is the class word? These questions. What happened when Justin is at the water hole with the horses? What happened when Justin is water the horses? What happened?
Copy, miss.
This picture is in Schoology. You can copy from Schoology. And yes, you have to copy because this is the class word that I need from today.
We're going to...
What happened when Justin is at the water hole with the horses? What happened, class? Remember that he heard a noise. He heard a noise and for a moment he thought it was a snake. And it wasn't a snake. What was it? What was it? What was it?
Ivana.
What? This one? What is that?
Ratones.
No, Ivana, they are not rats. Okay? What happened? He hears a noise in the grass and is afraid it is a snake. It turns out to be a family of opossums. Opossums family. That's the first question. Question number 2. Why is Justin so impressed with Grandpa's biscuits? Well, The biscuits were delicious. And Justin thought men cannot work. But he was impressed because Grandpa cooks very well. The number 3, what important lessons does Justin learn? Well, Justin learned that housework is not only for women. All work get easier when you learn how to do it properly.
But I have a question.
Wait, housework is for men as well as women, and boys and girls can do the same jobs. This is what they learned. No, Ivana. Okay, so I know that we have no time to copy this right now, but this picture is in Schoology in week number 5. Yes, with the answers. Okay. Questions and answers. So go to Schoology and copy this classwork. I need it for this week, please. Question, Maria Jose?
No, that was my question.
If it has the answers, yes. The picture is question and answer in a Schoology. You can copy from there. Okay, guys. So no homework in this class this week. Thank you so much. See you in the next hour.
We have a homework to finish this.
Yes, you have to copy those questions, please. Bye.